video is different. I'm reviewing a book, I'm not vlogging, and I'm kind of just gonna be word vomiting all my thoughts on this book. I don't have a formula, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I wrote a couple of notes down in my journal while I was reading it, but essentially I'm just gonna be reviewing this book and maybe convincing you to read it. It's Deep Cuts by Holly Brickley. I bought it in my last vlog, if you watched that. I loved this book, and it is not the type of romance book that I would typically love. I would say it's more literary fiction. Well, no, it is romance, but you're essentially just following the main character navigating her 20s. I'd heard good things about the book online, specifically through Haley Pham, which is a book YouTuber on here, but the reason I bought it was because it was front and center in the Indigo under the Canadian author little area. So I was like, it's a sign. I wanted to read it. It's right in front of me. I'm gonna buy it. That's pretty much all I knew going in. I didn't know the plot. I couldn't really remember the review. I just remembered the praise and I was like, this is great. I want to read it. But yeah, I kind of went into it blind. I do know going right into the novel, from like the preamble right here, is that you're following the main character, Percy Marks, and she loves music, and you're following her sort of friendship, relationship, situationship, I don't even know, with the other main character, Joe. But it's all through Percy's POV. This book is sort of like, in my mind, I don't know, don't base the entire review off this, but it's a little bit normal people, it's a little bit Daisy Jones and the Six, like the music elements of it and like the writing and like, and then the relationship is kind of normal people. It's, if you liked those two books, which I feel like very popular books, you will probably like this. The way I would describe the characters in like all of the books I've just named, Deep Cuts, Normal People, and Daisy Jones and the Six, it's like those decisions, the decisions that they make are insufferable. Like it's genuinely like makes you want to like shake them, but also the decisions that they make are so human, which is why it's so like devastating. I could see someone in my actual life make that choice in that situation, and it's so devastating because it feels like you know this person and they're making a choice and they're hurting themselves, but it's just like there's nothing you can do to stop it. I don't know. I would usually find characters like Percy and Joe from Deep Cuts totally like, what are you doing? Like I genuinely would find them insufferable. That's the only way I can describe it. But I felt so heavy for them. Like I cared for these characters so much. And this is only a 270 page novel. And I was so invested in the characters' well-being. Like it was genuinely crazy. And usually I feel like the only time I get really invested in characters is in a longer book or like a series. But in this book, I cared for them within like the first 3 chapters. I was like, these are my friends and I need to see how it plays out. One of the things that I found like really relatable almost in the book is that you're kind of following a character who has the passion but not the talent, and like I feel like that is such like a relatable feeling. Like I feel like wanting to be good at something and like loving this thing with so much care, but you just like can't seem to succeed at it. I feel like that is just so relatable, and like the main character finds other ways to like put her passion into like something good, but you just feel like it's just such a relatable feeling. The other character in the book, Joey, he puts his passions over his relationships. Like he's a musician, and so he always is putting music over his relationships with people, which is just really sort of devastating and like fatal flaw, and it's just so difficult. And I feel like kind of both of them kind of do that, but it's just so painful. The best part about this book was the songs that they write in it, but the worst part about this book is that the songs aren't real. Like genuinely, if I could only hear these songs, I would be so like forever grateful. Like all I have been doing for the past 24 hours since I finished this book was thinking about one of the songs in the book, which is called Bay Window, and I just wish that it was real. Like I just want to know the song. Holly Brickley has a really good way of like explaining why we as like human beings love music so much, and like how music makes us feel things, how songs can reflect our emotions, and like I can't even talk about it like the way that she can. Like genuinely, like if you love music, you will love this book. The way that Holly Brickley describes music in this book is unlike any other description I've ever heard. It's insane. I think one of the quotes that kind of just like stuck with me, just because it's like so in your 20s, in a relationship, in a situationship, even like in high school. Percy gets a text from Joe that says, "Some hipsters in Brooklyn are paying us $5,000 to play their wedding. Labor Day weekend. Be my date. I miss you." And she hasn't heard from him in a while. And it's just like so casual. He's using like, he's not like writing out the words. It's like R, letter R and U. It's just so clear that the characters like want each other, but they don't think they're what's good for each other. And it's just so gut-wrenching and terrible and sad. It feels like a text you would get at 2 a.m. from a random guy that you've been in love with for like 5 years. She just writes the characters in a very well-rounded way where it's like, I feel like I understand them. Even through 270 pages where it's like, I shouldn't feel so connected to these characters, they feel so real and human that it's just so painful. It's like as if you're watching a TV show, like a coming of age TV show. You're just watching someone live through their 20s. And I think that's also a part that feels so real, is that we're watching her grow up, essentially. We're watching her frontal lobe develop. And so I think you can really see that in her choices. I will say I don't know if I loved the end of the book, but it does make sense for the characterization. Like, it does. The last line of the book is just like, well, yeah, this is them. This book is not just a romance book. It's very much literary fiction, romance. I don't even know. It's a very good book. And I don't even know if I've said anything that makes any sense. And I don't know if I really don't have any credentials. I read a lot of books, but I don't really form opinions on them. But I have an opinion on this, and I'm telling you that if you like Normal People, if you like Daisy Jones and the Six, if you like romance novels, if you like Will They Won't They, if you like music, you will like this. Maybe. I hope. I totally forgot to mention that there is a playlist on Spotify for this book. Every song mentioned in this book is on the playlist. There's one made by Holly Brickley herself that doesn't have every song, but it has like important songs from the book. But there's one that has, someone went through and listed every single song mentioned in the book, and it's like 7 hours long. So maybe take a look at that playlist, see if you like the songs. That's a good way to like determine if you'll understand the book. But yeah, I have nothing else to say. Other than that, I think you should read this book. And if you hate it, tell me about it. And if you love it, tell me about it. I want to talk about this book with someone. So somebody read it so that I can chat it up with someone about this book. Bye.